global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned. Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings today. Still talking about the crisis in Rivers State. Precisely on July 8th, there was an injunction by the High Court in Port Harcourt, and the purpose of that injunction or that court order was to prevent the chief judge and the clerk of the Rivers State House of Assembly from engaging with the House of Assembly led by Martins Amowole. Now, whatever Martin Amowole and his people are doing can only be authenticated if they get the copy to the clerk of the House and also to the chief judge. But unfortunately, it seems as though the governor is looking at handling the Supreme Court case first before anything will happen. And don't also forget that there is a case of legal representation for PDP in the state, which the battle is now between the PDP national and the PDP in the state. So many issues clocking around the Bwahaha between Governor Fubara and Martin Amowole. But right now, that court order that was issued on the 8th was extended again to the 19th. It was issued on the 8th and it was meant to last till the 19th day of July. Yesterday was 19th of July. They came up with a fresh verdict, and you'll be shocked what the fresh verdict is, and that's what I'm going to relate to you in a jiffy. Let's just go through it together. Now, according to the news, the High Court in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, has prolonged an interim order originally issued on July 8th. This order prevented the Chief Judge and the Clerk of the Rivers State House of Assembly from engaging with the House of Assembly led by Martin Amowole. According to reports from the nation, Governor Similari Fubara, aiming to thwart any impeachment attempts by the Amowole-led Assembly, obtained the interim order through a lawsuit filed with the Attorney General of Rivers State against Amowole and 26 other lawmakers. The lawmakers also named lawmakers led by Victor Okojumbo, the Chief Judge, the Clerk of the Rivers State House of Assembly, and the People Democratic Party as defendants. Presiding over the case, Justice Jumbo Stephen, in the July 8th order, instructed all parties involved to maintain their current state of affairs until the court rules on the motion for an interlocutory injunction. The court specifically restrained the Chief Judge and Clerk from interacting with the 27 defenders and from acting on any resolution or document from them until the motion on notice is decided. The court also mandated that the originating and other legal document be saved to 30 defendants by posting or passing them at the gates of the Rivers State House of Assembly quarters on Aba Road. On July 19, Justice Stephen renewed the interim order, citing numerous applications, particularly concerning the legal representation of the clerk and the PDP. The court considered the counter affidavit filed by Amowole and the other lawmakers in opposition to the claimant order or motion for an interlocutory injunction. Justice Stephen stated that the extension of the interim order is to ensure justice and uphold the court's dignity. The interim order are extended until the court determines the motion on notice and other pending application. The judge has scheduled the next hearing for October 14 to address the legal representation issue and other matters. Man, it's getting very interesting, and the way the whole thing is going is like they are making a joke out of the judiciary. That's just it. Now, this is coming at a time where the current governor of Rivers State should be concentrating to do his job. But being that he's a fast learner, I think he's trying to learn faster than expected, because by prolonging this, it will enable a lot of things to be done. Don't forget that by that October, I think the local government elections will be taking place, though we've also heard that there is an interlocutory order, stopping the election from holding from APC. So it therefore means the show is just getting started. But I think this is not the way to go. People ought to advise the parties involved, because this issue, being so perennial in nature, will not help in molding and building Rivers State as a democratic state. People need to get to a point of realization that all this issue will keep on messing up the system and I mean, judiciary is almost being joked with right now, and maybe that's why most people were expecting the presidency, to come in immediately to sort out this issue. For the benefit of those who do not understand what is happening, here is that the case will come up again on the 14th day of October, which is almost like 2 months away from now, 2 or 3 months away from now, and the issue of legal representation is so serious. The states say they are the ones to represent them, while the national says they are the ones to represent PDP, while the national say they are the ones to represent PDP. Now, if you look at the two, if you've been following the train of events in Rivers State, you will notice that the national seems to be standing with the governor of the state, because according to, if you check our video, you're going to see that feed. According to the interview granted, the national legal advisor says that the national has already gotten their defection notice, which therefore means that their coming in is to consolidate on the fact that truly these guys have decamped. While the state here says they are the ones that are legally responsible for representing the PDP in the state, and the states here are loyal to Wike. So the state here is trying to, there's the state legal advisor is of the opinion that no, we did not take notice of any form of this defection, something that is littered everywhere. While the national state, we know that truly these guys defected, and possibly they will be kind of giving thumbs up to their seats being declared vacant as provided for in the constitution. So the whole thing, the whole bohaha is getting very interesting. Now, since that has not been decided, interlocutory order that has been given now is to ensure that it renders Amowole-led government, Amowole-led House of Assembly useless. They can't do anything now. No matter the resolution they reach whenever they are sitting, it cannot get to the hand of any person, whether the Accountant General of the state, whether the Auditor General of the state, name them the Clerk of the House. Publications cannot be made. Nothing can work right now from their own end. Don't forget that there's another case in the Supreme Court which Nigerians are really, really waiting. But even that case in Supreme Court, most people feel that it will decide a lot of things. But that's not true. It's not going to decide a lot of things, because that issue there is just to talk about the issue of jurisdiction. The appeal court says that the High Court in Port Harcourt lacked the jurisdiction for that case to be handled. That it should be handled by the federal High Court. So the reason why they are going to court in Abuja is to authenticate that the state High Court can handle it. So many issues. But guess what? All of these boils down to the fact that somebody is greedy. Boils down to the fact that somebody doesn't want power to slip off his hand. And this issue has been decided by countless people. And it goes against Martin Amowole's, the House of Assembly members who are defected. They are now saying we did not defect and all of that. But proofs are everywhere that you have defected. Even in the minutes of the House, it clearly shows that you have defected. So what are we saying? You read it out publicly. You announced it. It was on the newspapers. It was on the social media. It was everywhere. There is media documentation in that respect. So whether you say APC say we did not see anything coming from them, the truth is that they have defected. They have said we are no more staying with you, we are no more your member. So wherever they go to is not the concern of anybody. If they want to come back, they need to go to the polls once again, to do their thing again, to go for another election. So right now, I think that the governor is trying to make sure that he is not being interrupted in his leadership. If it comes to that 14 and a lot of things have not been settled, it therefore means they are going to shift it again. And don't forget that all of this, they have not been paid their salaries. And also, the governor is thinking of presenting his 2025 budget to the three-man House of Assembly. It's getting very interesting. I don't know how this will be sorted out, but it seems that the only instrument everybody is using now is the judiciary. But guess what? All of this is making a huge joke of the judiciary, because this person will be going to handle the case here in Port Harcourt. The other one will go to Abuja. The other one will go to this. Judiciary needs to put a check on this thing so that, the greed of men will not continue to play out like this. And the judgment should be speedily reached so that Nigerians will know the stand of Rivers State at this point. That's what we'd like to leave it. Let's meet in our comment.
Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.